Hi, I'm Adam Jahns from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm joined here by my colleague Mark Potash. All right, Mark, let's preview the Bears' first preseason game. And I know everybody's looking at the backup quarterback situation with Jordan Palmer really getting pushed by Jimmy Clausen here. I think Clausen has had a very solid camp. He's really familiarized himself with the offensive system, a complicated offensive system that Mark Trestman has. And I think it's really becoming Jimmy Clausen's spot to lose.
Well, it looks that way when you look at practice, and just because Jimmy Clausen is such a talented quarterback, he just looks like he fits that role. He looks like he could be a starter in this league, actually. But the games are when you really find out, Adam, and I think that's why everybody's anxious to see. And like I said, they are expecting this. I fully expect Jimmy Clausen to win this battle. I'll really be looking at that position battle in the game to just see how he does and how well he gets acclimated to the offense. He really hasn't been here that long, so this will be a good indication of how quickly he learns, and that's really going to determine whether he's going to be a viable option at number two. It's because he's just got to learn the system. It's a difficult system to learn, but once you learn it, if you have his tools, you can really excel, as we saw last year with Josh McCown.
Right, the eye test tells you that he's been sharper, he's been crisper with his reads, he's been faster with his reads, I should say. And what do you think this means for Jordan Palmer? They praised him all offseason, that they love his impact in the locker room. How does he approach this game? Because there's a lot of pressure on him right now.
Well, I don't think he's really feeling the pressure because he's been in this situation his entire career where he's got to prove himself and show that he knows the system. So I don't think he's really feeling the heat. He knows if he does what he can do, he's going to still be in the running. And that's kind of his advantage, that he's been here. I think the one problem he faces is that Jimmy Clausen's a really talented guy who can do things even better than he can. So I don't think he's going to be knocked out in this first game, but I think he's going to have a chance to at least prove that he's going to be in there all the way through.
The other headliner, I think, for the first preseason game against the Eagles is Shea McClellan. We all know about his transition from defensive end to linebacker, and this is a big test for him. He finally has to fill holes and hit people and tackle people as a linebacker, not a hand in the defensive end. I know you talked to him today. What was your takeaway from that, and how is he feeling?
Well, I think he's really excited to see what he can do, especially because when you do practice is different from a game, and when you're doing things in practice, it's almost like in slow motion compared to a game. I think he's really excited about being able to kind of let it loose in a game and show what he can do. He does feel real comfortable in the position he's in, so I really expect him to have a good game and show that he can do this.
All right, that wraps up this video. We'll be at Soldier Field for the first preseason game. Stay with SunTimes.com for our coverage.